welcome to Live Interactive English. This is Shane.
And this is Karen. Today we're looking at a lesson called Mission Impossible Bottle. So when we say Mission Impossible Bottle,
we're not talking about like the movie.
Dun 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 dun. No.
It's not that kind of Mission Impossible bottle.
What are we talking about, Shane? Mission Impossible Bottle? What is that?
It just means like when you put like, it's like a glass, like a bottle, right? And inside there is something, but it would be impossible to put that thing in there. So you're like, whoa. How did that get inside of there?
Because usually the neck of the bottle is very small, but the item inside the bottle is really big.
Bigger than the neck.
Exactly.
So how did it get in there?
I really don't know.
Seems impossible.
Have you ever seen one? I've only seen them in movies.
I have an interesting story to tell. In fact, I destroyed a Mission Impossible bottle.
You destroyed a Mission Impossible bottle? Why would you destroy one?
It was an accident. My friend and I were playing ball in his house.
Okay.
And his parents had an antique Mission Impossible bottle that was the classic one where they have a ship inside of a bottle. And we were playing ball, and the ball hit the bottle, and the bottle fell on the floor, and it broke.
Oh no!
And then we thought, well, we can't put this back together. It's just glass everywhere. So, and you know, we didn't know how to make a Mission Impossible bottle to fix it.
So what did you do?
We just swept it up and we threw it in the garbage and just hoped they wouldn't notice.
And you didn't confess? You didn't tell the parents that you guys broke the bottle?
3 months later, when they discovered that it was missing, they were like, what happened to the Mission Impossible bottle?
Did you guys tell the truth?
Funny story. We were playing and then we got spankings.
Oh no, but I would only imagine that Mission Impossible bottles are very, very, very valuable.
Depends. They can be made pretty cheap.
Really? Oh, okay.
Okay, why don't we get into today's lesson?
Have you heard of impossible bottles? They are those bottles you see with items inside that are far too big to fit through the neck. The most famous examples of these have models of ships inside. However, the first known impossible bottle didn't contain a ship. It was created in 1719 by Matthias Buchinger, who put together a model of mining equipment inside a bottle, despite being born with no hands or feet. Ever since then, many other artists have taken a crack at this unique artistic form.
So we're looking at our lesson today called Mission Impossible Bottle. So we'll be learning quite a few fun facts about it, right?
Right, so let's get going.
All right.
Have you heard of impossible bottles? They are those bottles you see with items inside that are far too big to have fit through the neck. Right? So we kind of mentioned that. Like the neck is like this small, but then maybe the thing inside of the bottle is quite big and you're just like, whoa.
How did it get in there?
How did that happen? The most famous examples of these have models of ships inside.
That's right, one of the classic ones, right?
Super classic, just like the one that I broke. Yes, it was the same one.
However, the first known impossible bottle didn't contain a ship. It was created in 1719 by Matthias Buchinger, who put together a model of mining equipment inside a bottle, despite being born with no hands or feet.
Whoa.
Oh, so the first one that was created was not the ship, right? It was the mining equipment. So a mine, that is like a site or a place where you can find or discover minerals. So mining equipment are the tools.
Gold.
That's right, are the tools, equipment that you need to use to go and find these minerals.
Right. But he had no hands or feet.
That's right.
That's pretty impressive. So he must have been like using his mouth to kind of build inside the bottle? I don't know. Okay, we have another vocabulary word, equipment. Equipment means the things that are needed for a particular purpose or activity. So for example, the gym had all the latest equipment.
Maybe like the latest treadmill, right? The weightlifting equipment. So ever since then, many other artists have taken a crack at this unique artistic form. So everybody wants to try it out. Everybody wants to see, right?
Right. So yeah, what does that mean? Take a crack?
Okay, so crack, that is a noun. So it basically means an occasion when you try to do something. Basically, you can also say, I attempt to do something, right?
Right.
For example, Sarah decided to take a crack at fixing the computer herself. So she wants to try doing this thing by herself.
So you could say Sarah decided to attempt fixing the computer herself.
Exactly.
Okay. We also have the vocabulary word artistic, which is an adjective. That it just means anything connected with art or artists.
That's right.
So for example, Sandy prefers artistic subjects to science and math.
Same here.
Oh, really?
Sandy, just like me.
So you're one of these people who is just into like art and looking at like liberal arts, but if it's science and math, you just want nothing to do with it.
I am not that good at science and math.
Okay, well, yeah, well, this is about art, really, like the art of making these impossible bottles. So I think that's probably right up your alley.
That's right. I mean, just by looking at, these bottles, they really do look pretty. I wouldn't mind trying, making one myself, but I really don't know how to start or where to start.
Interesting.
Maybe I could check out Pinterest because I know I can learn how to make a lot of things from Pinterest.
Okay, cool. Why don't we take a break and we'll come back and learn more about these Mission Impossible bottles.
All right.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。同学们有听过 impossible bottle 不可能的瓶子吗？就是那种里面有装着大到没办法通过瓶口的物品的那种瓶子。那最著名的就是有放船舶模型在里面的那种瓶子。课文提到说，第一个已知的不可能的瓶子里面并不是船，它是由马提亚斯·布钦格在1719年创造的。尽管他天生没有手脚，但它还是在瓶子里面组装出采矿设备的模型。那从那时起呢，许多其他艺术家也开始尝试这种独特的艺术形式。好，单字 equipment 它表示设备、装备，是不可数名词。例句写到这间健身房有所有最新设备 ，Karen 老师就有举例像跑步机啊、举重器材等等。那我们学一下 treadmill 就是跑步机。下一个单字 crack。当名词，它可以指尝试、努力。Take a crack 或是 have a crack at something 可以表达尝试某事物。再来 artistic， 它是形容艺术的、富有艺术性的、精美的，或是有艺术天赋的。那这边两个重点，我们进入文法时间。我们来看第一个重点是 to too 后面加上形容词或副词，然后再搭配不定词 to v， 可以表达太怎么样而无法怎么样。那不定词 to v 前面还可以加入 for somebody or something 去表达对什么什么来说。注意这个句型它带有否定的含义，例如 The job offer was too good for him to refuse。那个工作机会对他来说好到令人无法拒绝。第二个重点是 ever 的用法。那首先我们可以用 ever since 去表达自从，从那以后一直怎么样。那也可以接名词，也可以接子句。子句的动词要用过去式，而主要子句我们会搭配完成式。例如 Mia has wanted to be a singer ever since she was a child。 Mia 从小就一直想要成为歌手。好，第二个我们可以用 ever 来表达以往任何时候或者是曾经，那常常会摆在最高级或者是比较级的后面做强调用。例如 That was the best concert ever， 那是有史以来最棒的演唱会了。好，接回到课文中。
Harry Ang, regarded as an impossible bottle master, stuffed 3 packs of playing cards into a bottle and then put a bolt through all 3. The 21st century saw the construction of the largest ever impossible bottle, a scaled-down version of the British warship HMS Victory, inside a bottle that's 4.7 meters long. So how do artists manage to produce these wonderful creations? Some use items they can collapse, while others take something apart and rebuild it inside. If you're up to the challenge, try this. Squeeze the air out of a tennis ball, stuff it inside a bottle, and then pump the air back into it. Your friends will be dying to know how you got it in there.
Welcome back, everyone. So before the break, we were learning about these cool Mission Impossible bottles, right? And one of the classic ones a lot of people remember is the one with the ship inside.
The very one that I broke.
Exactly, that's the one that you broke. But actually, we learned that the very first one that was created back in 1719, there was actually no ship inside. Instead, it was the mining equipment that was inside the bottle.
And it was made by someone with no arms and no legs.
I know, that is really, really incredible.
That's amazing.
Exactly. And then after that, many different artists try to do the same thing, but maybe they try with different objects, different items inside. So that just sounds really, really cool.
Cool, so let's continue.
All right.
Harry Ang, regarded as an impossible bottle master, stuffed 3 packs of playing cards into a bottle and then put a bolt through all 3.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, it's like a bolt is just kind of like a piece of metal or something that's long and straight, like almost like a nail, that kind of a thing. So, and he put it through all 3 of those cards. That does seem like a Mission Impossible.
But I still don't understand how they did it.
Yeah, well, that's why they're Mission Impossible bottles.
Okay, let's learn more. The 21st century saw the construction of the largest ever impossible bottle, a scaled-down version of the British warship HMS Victory inside a bottle that's 4.7 meters long.
Ooh, that's a huge bottle.
Exactly, like a scaled down version. When you say scaled down, just like a smaller version of something, right?
When we're talking about scale, we're talking about how small or how big something is, right? So if you scale something down, you make it smaller than the actual size.
Exactly. And version is kind of just like in the form of something. And then, wow, and a warship basically means like a ship that is used for wars, as ready for, fighting, right?
Makes sense, right?
And we're also looking at this word here, construction, and that is a noun. And that is the process or method of building or making something, especially roads, buildings, bridges, etc.
Okay.
So for example, the construction of the Empire State Building only took 1 year and 45 days. And that is considered pretty short for a tall building.
Yeah, especially in those times.
Exactly.
Right. Okay, so continuing along. So, how do artists manage to produce these wonderful creations?
Yes, how? I really don't understand.
That is the question, right?
Yeah.
That's so interesting. Okay. Some use items they can collapse.
Okay.
While others take something apart and rebuild it inside.
Okay.
All right, so to collapse something, right? So some people use something you can collapse. That's a verb. It means to fold something into a shape that uses less space, or to be able to be folded in this way. So for example, you can collapse that chair and keep it under the bed.
Ah.
So you can imagine playing cards actually can bend. They can collapse.
True.
And you might be able to put the playing card into the bottle. Maybe that's how that guy did it.
That's true. And then they said that you can also take some parts apart first and then rebuild them inside. But how would you rebuild them?
Probably with some, like, what we call them, tweezers.
Tweezers
What is that
or
in Chinese? Do you know what that is? Tweezers?
Like 夹子.
Yeah, just like small kind, like that. And you can use it to, boop, and use some glue, boop, and then build it.
But that still sounds very, very difficult, right? But anyways, if you're up for the challenge, try this. Squeeze the air out of a tennis ball. Stuff it inside a bottle, and then pump the air back into it. Your friends will be dying to know how you got it in there. A tennis ball? I didn't know that. You can squeeze the air out of the tennis ball?
Yeah, imagine that if you just poke a hole in a tennis ball, and then you squeeze it.
All the air out?
Stuff it in there, and then probably the air will just start to come back into the tennis ball.
But then you probably have to pump the air back again.
I'm not sure how you would do that, but anyway, well, I definitely now I'm going to look it up on YouTube.
That's true.
And just impress my wife. She'll be like, wow, husband, you are the best.
Okay, we do have a what do you think question. Okay, will you try to make your own impossible bottle?
I would love to.
Me too.
I might try this tennis ball thing, right? But probably what I'm going to do is go onto YouTube and just find one of these Mission Impossible bottles that looks really cool, but it's easy to do.
True.
Because I'm lazy. Do you think you'll do it?
I think I would try. It sounds really, really cool. And then, because I'm a teacher, I can go and impress the kids in the class.
Yeah, and it's pretty simple. You don't even need a glass bottle. Just use like a bottle of like water, like a water bottle, anything. And just they'll be like, wow.
How did you do that?
How did that get inside there? And you'll say, magic.
Exactly.
Magic.
Okay, well, this is all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed our lesson on the Mission Impossible bottles, and we'll see you guys next time.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
see you later. Bye-bye.
课文接着介绍另一位人物是哈利恩格，他被视为是不可能的瓶子的大师。他把3副扑克牌塞进一个瓶子里，然后还用螺栓穿过这3副牌。那到了21世纪，还出现了有史以来最大的不可能的瓶子，它是一艘英国战舰皇家海军胜利号的缩小版，然后装在一个4.7公尺长的瓶子里耶。同学们是不是很想知道这些令人赞叹的作品是怎么创作出来的呢？有些艺术家他是用可以折叠的物品，那有些呢是把某个东西拆开，然后在里面重建。老师们猜测艺术家可能是用镊子来重建。那我们补充一下 tweezers。T-W-E-E-Z-E-R-S tweezers 它可以表达镊子或是小钳子。再看到单字 construction 它表示构建、创建、建造或建筑。collapse 在这边当动词它表示折叠，可以是及物或不及物用。那这个动词它还可以指倒塌、瓦解。好，课文最后教我们可以把网球中的这个空气先挤出来，然后把它塞进瓶子里面，再用帮浦把空气打回来。你的朋友一定很想知道你是怎么把这颗网球弄进去的。那我们这边就来看2个重点，要进入文法时间。我们来看第一个重点是 regard A as B， 表示把 A 视为 B， 把 A 看作 B。被动用法是 A be regarded as B。A 被认为是 B。好，那句型当中的 A 可以是人或是事物，那这个 B 你可以用名词或形容词表示。例如 This place is regarded as the best restaurant in the city。这个地方被认为是城市里最棒的餐厅。那第二重点是 be dying to 加原形动词，这是指极想得到什么，极想做什么，就是非常想怎么样怎么样。那这个片语呢，也可以用 be dying for 加名词表示。例如 She's been dying to take a trip to Italy。她很想去意大利旅行。I'm dying for an ice cream。我好想吃冰淇淋哦。好，那以上这些讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Have you heard of impossible bottles? They are those bottles you see with items inside that are far too big to have fit through the neck. The most famous examples of these have models of ships inside. However, the first known impossible bottle didn't contain a ship. It was created in 1719 by Matthias Buchinger, who put together a model of mining equipment inside a bottle, despite being born with no hands or feet. Ever since then, many other artists have taken a crack at this unique artistic form. Harry Ang, regarded as an impossible bottle master, stuffed 3 packs of playing cards into a bottle and then put a bolt through all 3. The 21st century saw the construction of the largest ever impossible bottle, a scaled-down version of the British warship HMS Victory, inside a bottle that's 4.7 meters long. So how do artists manage to produce these wonderful creations? Some use items they can collapse, while others take something apart and rebuild it inside. If you're up to the challenge, try this. Squeeze the air out of a tennis ball, stuff it inside a bottle, and then pump the air back into it. Your friends will be dying to know how you got it in there.
Today, we're going to visit Qinbi Village. So Qinbi Village is also known as Mazu's Mediterranean Village. Okay, so Mazu obviously is not in the Mediterranean Sea. That is actually located between Europe and Africa, and it touches countries like Italy, France, Spain, Egypt, and Libya. All right, so let's visit this village right now. Qinbi Village is known as Mazu's Mediterranean Village. The village got the name because of the beautiful stone houses in the village. Some of the houses are over 100 years old. The village is located on the coast of Beigan Island. The village sits at the bottom of a mountain and looks out at the beautiful ocean. Enjoy the perfect views of Qinbi Village. Wow, after seeing those videos introducing Qinbi Village, it really does look like a village you would find next to the Mediterranean Sea. Didn't know you could find something like that in Taiwan. All right, hope to see you in Mazu's Qinbi Village next time.